Good evening, everyone. Whew, I'm nervous, so this is the first time I've been in front of a large group of people, but I just want to thank City of Asylum and Storyburg for this opportunity. Uh, so, in my story, it's kind of odd, but it's a neat story though. But here, when I was younger, I remember growing up, and about 7 or 8, I remember like my uncles, my grandfather, my dad, my aunts. They had cars, and so as a child, you're curious, and you want to see and learn how things work, and so I was curious, and I am uh, five. I am the fifth child out of six, and so me and my siblings, we would get in my aunt's car or my uncle's car or my dad's car, and we'd take turns getting behind the steering wheel, testing it out, see if we can drive, and we knew what we were doing. We weren't really driving. We just was while it was parked. We would get behind the wheel playing, as kids would do. And so here, as we did go places and everything, because one time we had lived on the same side, and that was East Liberty, as my grandparents did. And so at one time we walked to their house because that's how close we lived. And so we end up eventually, like when I was about 8 or 9, we moved over to the north side. So basically from 9 and up, I've been raised on the north side. So I consider myself a native Northsider. And here, as I got older, I said, man, I'm so curious about, wanting to drive and learning how to drive and everything. And so my mom, she would take and rent. She never knew how to drive, okay? It was always like a sibling of mine that had a license, and they would drive the car. But my mother would rent cars, and as the evening came on, she would park the car and everything and go to bed. And so me and my brother, being curious as we were, we would sneak downstairs, sneak the keys, go downstairs and everything, and like get in the car and drive it somewhere and stuff, And I don't know if my mother knew or not, but somehow we got back there safely. We parked it back in the same place, So anyhow, saying that here, as I got older, I finally got my license and everything. And here, so I said, I want to drive. I want to learn how to drive. And we were catching the bus and stuff with my mother, and we were going every place and everything, So I started like watching the bus drivers, and I said, wow, I want to do that one day. And so, I would ride the bus and everything, and I would watch the driver. I would sit up in the front, and I would watch the driver, how he would maneuver, and everything like that. And so I said, I want to do that one day. And so here, I end up in my 12th grade year, I end up getting pregnant. And I have my daughter here now with me. She's over there. And so that kind of deterred my dreams of wanting to drive or becoming a bus driver. But as life would have it, I ended up having another daughter 3 years later, and I still was like deterred. But I took the test, and I said, you know what, maybe I can this time, and I failed it. And I was like, oh my God, it devastated me. I was like, I failed the test. How could I fail the test? I know how to drive. You're like, I know how to drive. And so here, I was like, okay, I'll try again some other time. But I never did, because I end up, Pittsburgh got kind of boring to me. So I ended up leaving. I left, and I went out of state, and I stayed with one of my sisters who lived out of state. I stayed with her, and then I got bored there, and I came back to Pittsburgh, And so I went to various other jobs, and I started working as with a florist, and I started driving for them, delivering and everything. And so I got back on the road again. I was like, wow, I'm driving, and let me try the test again. And I tried the test again, and I failed again. And I'm like, what is going on? I said, why can't I pass this test? So I said, okay, I gave up. I said, I'm not going to try it no more. I'm just going to let it be. It is what it is, And so here, I ended up working various jobs again, leaving town again, coming back, and as my daughters and them start getting older, and I started making sure that they were taken care of, more so. I was like, I got to be the parent now. I got to make sure that their life is in, where they would have schooling and learn, and what they needed to do. And so here, as they gotten older, they've gotten older now, and they graduated and everything, and they start pursuing their careers and stuff. And I was like, what should I do again, And meantime, I had left again. I ventured out again from Pittsburgh and stuff, and so then I said, well, it was time to come back. And that's what I did. And this time I took the test again, and I passed. And I was like, wow, amazing, And but my prayers was that I wanted to make my daughters proud of me, And and I said, Lord, help me this time, to focus, to pay attention, and do what's necessary to get the job that I need to get, And I did all that, and sure enough, my prayers were answered, and I got the job. And let me tell you now, I was at the age of 54 when I got this job. So I've been only with Port Authority for 2 years. And I'm truly grateful, because I didn't think, anything like this would happen to me. I mean, and it was like, wow, But being at Port Authority has given me just some good things in life. I meet a lot of people, and of all ages. And some good, some bad. And all of it's not bad, but all of it's not good. And but to say that is that I meet a lot of nice people, and they appreciate what I do. And I'm like truly grateful that they do. I let whenever they get on, if they can't step up, I'll I'll lower the bus for them and everything. And a lot of people say, thank you. And I say, you are so welcome. It's not no problem. That's my job. I'm here to do it. They say, but a lot of people just don't think that way. I said, that's just me. And they say, well, thank you again. So, but I'm grateful to have this job. My brothers that are here, when they tell their story, I always think of them because they are my brothers. We work together. We're close-knit. We have fun. We joke with one another. If anything's wrong, we kind of know it, But driving around, Pittsburgh has given me also some more knowledge of Pittsburgh, and what knowledge what people have of Pittsburgh. And they tell me stories and everything like that. And I'm just like, wow, it's fascinating, very fascinating. So being the age that I was and stuff, I said, man, how could this possibly happen at my age, And it does. Things do happen to you, no matter what age you are. You can get married, You can fall in love, all types of things. You can get a job that you've always wanted, And so, like, today, I'm grateful for my job, and I'm grateful for the opportunity I was given. I'm thankful to God, first of all, who gave me the opportunity to have this job. I see a friend of mine's out here, Tina. And but to say this, the Port Authority, working with them, working with the ATU and everything is awesome. It's awesome. I couldn't have had it no better than this. Thank you.